In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. We're here. We are going to be trying to do an AFK stream here. Now, for those of you who don't know what an AFK stream is, it's basically I AFK in Minecraft with Minecraft will be in the top right of the screen while I play a different game while I'm waiting for something. So we're going to be playing balloons because, per usual, the Switch isn't working connecting wise. It never works whenever I have live stream stuff up, so it's like the first thing I have to get done, and I forgot to do that. But it's okay. I was already set on doing some balloon stuff because, I don't know, I've just been in that balloons kind of groove. But before we get to any of that, let's go ahead and pray. So if you will, bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. I just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and that I'll be able to glorify you with this. In Jesus' name, amen. Alrighty, we can turn the music. Actually, we can leave the music off because Balloons has its own music. But I will just kind of plop myself at the iron farm. Oh, I totally forgot these were here, and they look amazing. See, look at that, look at that, look at that. It just looks so good. Okay. So one thing I've been doing a lot is like trying to figure out the framing of stuff. Like from this position, like look at how nicely. Oh, hello. Mr. Skeleton. Look at how nicely, like, the porch is just framed in. And if we put a little, I think I'm going to put a well right there. Like, maybe not in front of the window so you can still see inside, but right to the side, put a little bit of a well right here. So that way from back here you get this frame of the well that covers this up, the window, the porch, and then farm. It's just little tricks like that. Now, that's something I got from B-Dubs while watching his video where he, like, framed in his house and made sure the tree, actually, the one in the background was, like, over it, and then the one in the foreground was still not covering it, but showing the whole thing off. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're going to be back in here. We're going to AFK at the iron farm, which now that I think about it, this thing produces, like, 4,000 bits of iron, so I'm actually going to upgrade the iron. So I am going to turn the music on, because I need to do a couple things to prepare for the AFK stream. Now, if you're wondering why I don't just do this in, like, you know, my personal time, or, like, overnight AFK session, why am I live streaming this? It's very simple. This world is designed and intended to be live streamed 24/7. There's not a thing that happens in this world that will not be live. That's kind of the whole point. It was meant to be that with the hardcore worlds, but obviously I died in that. So I decided survival, but I still want the same kind of aspect of everything happening. Oh, I should have grabbed the iron, because I need iron to make... Okay, I am low. Okay. I'm just gonna make a bunch of chests, if I'm being honest with you. Actually, that works out nicely. We're gonna do a big upgrade, because this is gonna produce, and then once we get to the point where we don't need as much iron anymore, we can, like, it'll just be building up a stockpile. And by that point, we will hopefully have enough redstone to make a sorting system that'll actually sort the poppies into bone meal. We'll keep the poppies from the small one. But it'll also do that. Which, speaking of which, the small one will also be running simultaneously. We should be in range of both, so that'll be kind of nice. But first, So I'm just going to do a little bit of this action. That should be plenty of storage for the iron farm. And there we go. Don't worry, you're not going to be listening to these idiots the entire time. I'm going to check the other iron farm, making sure that that one is not full right now or close to it, and try to get rid of some of the stuff that's there. As you saw, like, there will be 3 to 4 iron golems that'll always be there. Oh, well, hello there. Yeah, this one actually glitches out quite a bit, where they'll either get shoved into the side of the block or, like, 2 will spawn. Okay, we should be fine with this one. That one's not going to overflow. That only produces 300 an hour. That one produces 4,500 iron an hour. So at the end of this, we'll have plenty of iron to use as we need, and we'll have plenty of iron to use for villager trading, so we can get the full gear upgraded. We're not quite there yet. I got the boots, I got that upgraded. These are both fully upgraded. This is fully upgraded. This is almost there, but we need more XP and stuff for that, actually. Hold on, I keep forgetting things. Putting myself in a box is great, but we're going to put myself... Actually, it doesn't matter because mobs can't spawn where I am, so... Do I need that, like, right there? Kind of do, but we'll put it right there. We're not going to worry about that. I believe... Make sure I close that. That's important. We're still going to put ourselves in a box. I don't want to die. Oh, yeah, that's right. The lava. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great? Okay. We're going to put ourselves in a hole. There's literally no way we can die. Whoops. Okay, but we are going to turn the volume off because we don't need it. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and cut the desktop, and we're going to cut to blank to get everything here setteth up. Actually, yeah, we'll have it up there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to debate exactly what I want to do. Okay, there's a very likely good chance that it's going to be very frame ratey. Sorry for the blankness. I must. Did it not? Okay, I did not double click it. Don't you hate it when you go for a double click, but you don't quite double click the app you're trying to load up? And so then it just starts freaking out because it's like, you didn't double click me, mate. And you're just like, but I did. It's okay. We're getting it set up. Close that down. Close all the pop-ups. Satisfactory things. Not satisfactory things. Boom. Okay. Alright, we just gotta fix that. It's not meant to be that small. That is precisely the size that it is meant to be. Did I play? Okay, I did not play on something else. This is good. This is good. Oh, I actually do have to pause the Minecraft music because I realize that the desktop audio is the one that's coming through. So I need to make sure that I have my desktop audio up. Let me know if that's too loud, but that looks pretty good. I want to make sure that actually goes through, because if it's too quiet, it won't go through. But welcome to the world of balloons, my friends. So we've got the black border thing going on all the way up to here. So we're going to be working on hedge. And I intend to do this for the first half of today's stream for about an hour or so. And then we'll get into some of the other stuff. Okay. Primary monkeys only. This should not be super difficult. It's only till round 40, so that's like pretty easy already. Yeah, there's no good place to put that, put that off in the corner. We could put it at the bottom right, I guess. There's less happening down there. It doesn't really matter. Actually, we're gonna put you right there. Faster reload, please. mega bombs. Alrighty. You guys don't get to see the strategy yet of what I always do. Now, this is kind of an interesting map, because I almost always use the Buccaneer as like one of my main Moab and guys that I fight with. But obviously, there's a problem with that. There's no water on this map. So I have to figure out a new way to defeat Moabs, and I think I'm going to go with the Engineer Monkey as the primary source. Just because I think it'll probably be the best source. Well, that's kind of cool. It captures the mouse in here. A little distraction. Alright, so there we go. Like, pretty much, that's the setup. This guy will take out the Moab, and then Sada can clean up. But obviously, I don't want that weak. Moab Assassin is pretty good. That also will do some heckin' damage. I'm not gonna lie with you. This game is kind of repetitive. So there's not a whole lot to like talk about or explain. So, pardon that. We're gonna vibe here. It just listen. Luckily, Bloons is great at like ASMR, so it's good to just kind of listen to. How much is the next one? 21. I'm not gonna be able to save up for that. I'm kind of curious as to whether or not this would actually defeat a Moab. Like, only this. You get Glue Gunner, Sada, and Moab Assassin. I mean, it's doing pretty well against everything else. I'm just worried about the cleanup is probably the big issue. Camos aren't an issue with Sada right now. Sada can see camos. She can't pop leads, though, so that's always something to think about. But Glue Gunner, I think people underestimate Glue Gunner. He's really good. Moab Glue, Relentless Glue, stuns the nearby balloons when it pops, so, I mean, like, that's actually pretty good in of itself. Ooh, okay. Let's see how Relentless Glue does in there. Yeah, look at now they're getting stunned right there. Okay, so I'm not actually gonna leave them there. What I'm gonna do, put this guy here. And we're gonna do Recursive Cluster, because that is, you want explosive power, you got it right there. But we might actually not be able to get it in time. Ant. Alright, we're fine. We got Recursive Cluster just in case. There we go. Perfection. Very nice. Alright, let's run it back. Well, actually, we don't need to because we survived. Deflation. Now you get to see more of what my setup will look like. Because I have a certain amount of money that I can use. So first of all, Sada goes right there. Gunner goes right there. Now this is to round 60. You here. You up to that. Can't fit it in there, so it's kind of annoying. I won't worry about bigger radius. I mean, this will take out a Moab. The other guy that I like to have is you. Bigger radius, I don't think will actually reach. Oh, it will. Okay. We get Moab glue, but that's about it. That should do it. I'm not even gonna lie. That legitimately should take care of it. I would really have liked to be able to get Relentless glue, but that's okay. This guy could take out Moab, so that's always good. Guess what I'll do with the remaining cash is buy a cannon, because that's all I can afford. Alright, now we just wait. This is probably one of the more boring versions of this game mode, because you just kind of have to wait for it to end. But that's okay. What we're trying to do right now is waste time, because we need roughly an hour to pass to get the amount of iron that I just spoke of. So, we need that amount of time to pass. I doubt I'm going to fill up all 3 of those chests. It's just a safety precaution because I'm also taking into account poppies. So in terms of iron, I'm thinking maybe at most like a stack and a half, probably. If I get more than that, actually. Let's do the math. While we wait for this, let's do the math. So it's supposedly 4,500 per hour. So that is how many stacks? That's about 70 stacks of iron. And that divided by 9 is about 7 stacks of blocks. Right, okay, hold on. 4,500 divided by, if we do it divided by 9, we get 500 blocks. Divided by 64, so yeah, 7 stacks of blocks, theoretically. That's a lot more than I thought. Now I'm kind of hopeful, so I'm not sure if that's a true number. I didn't even see the Moab go by, but it looks like it got destroyed, so that's good. We might be getting an early Coke today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm already getting parched. We just started. Normally what I like to do is I like to play Breath of the Wild during this. Just because I find it more enjoyable. Not that this isn't enjoyable, but it's not as easy to make content on because it's a very repetitive game. And, you know, I pretty much have the same strategy every time. So it's not like there's anything super exciting going on. That's okay. Luckily, this has like a lot of space for banana farms up here. So when we get to things like unpoppable rounds, we can fill this whole area with banana farms. And I'll probably fill the whole back up as well. I'm going to focus my military might in this section here for the most part. And at most, honestly, one thing I want to do is just fill these 2 rows with tack shooters. And just do like overdrive and 1 tack zone overdrives all the way, ring of fires, like all of that through here. I don't know, I think that'd be funny. The only issue is you can't see camos. Though, I don't know who it is. I don't know where it is, but... Mega Blue Stick plus all prime monkeys and radius skip pot. I feel like there's something that allows like all monkeys to see camos. But I don't know which one that is. Yeah, the BFB will be kind of an interesting guy to deal with. Massive popping power. Let's go. I mean, we're gaining lives as well because of our druid, so that's kind of nice. Oh, the monkey knowledge, and then chimps, and you don't get any of that monkey knowledge. Don't worry, it starts getting exciting the further you go in. Like, easy round is just kind of tedious to get through, because it's just like, alright, let's get through this. But, because it is. Ironically, the lack of difficulty is that's boringness. a sense. Not that hard is that much of a challenge, if we're being honest. Now, normally I think I would probably swap the druid and the engineer because I would get druid first. So, engineer would probably be in the back, which would actually probably give him more visibility. The nice thing about druid is druid gets to see around the entire map. Speed things up, do a little bit of that action, and voila! The cannon's just there for funny. Okay, perfect. So another thing that I'm trying to get as well is this. I believe I need 4 more instant monkeys to get that achievement, so that'll be kind of nice. I already have all the heroes, so that's kind of cool. So this is kind of nice to build up. Of course, more monkey knowledge. I don't know what I want next. I think spiked mines lowering would be pretty good to get. I don't really use that very often, but it might be nice. Like, I don't use enough of these to actually need anything. So at this point, I don't use powers at all, so those are way useless for me. This could be useful, I don't know. Drew tornadoes. Oh, acid pools lasting 5 seconds longer. I'll go with that one. Acid pools. So we'll go down this route once we get there. Can't wait to have all monkey knowledge. Look at little bunny dashy. Yeah. Anyways. Alright. Medium. Basically, exactly what you just saw is what we're going to do again. Same as deflation, but we actually have to build up to it now. We're not just giving it. Okay. Humble beginnings, am I right? Ugh. Now, after we do only military monkeys. Oh, sorry. Apocalypse is the next round. So. Ooh. Harder thorns. This allows you to pop any balloon type, aka leads. That's a very handy one to have. Welcome into Denali. How you doing today? We're playing balloons while we AFK in Minecraft to get more iron. So that way when I go trading, I'm not running out of iron and having to do stuff. I want to try to get my gear all set. But we're ballooning it up in the meantime. So Minecraft top right corner, iron farm. Don't know why it's super laggy when I'm not on the game. This has been happening. I do plan to upgrade my RAM. I'm thinking that might fix it. I'm not a computer nerd, so I don't really know what helps and what doesn't. I know storage isn't the issue because this thing is built with storage and terabyte of it, and then I only have like 400 gigabytes left. Somehow. I've used like 600 gigabytes worth of storage already. So, I believe I have 16 in total on this computer, so I want to get 32 in total. That's what I want to upgrade to, if I recall correctly. I've been meaning to check it, and then I keep forgetting, because I also need to make sure I know which RAM I'm getting and buy the right one. So. Whoops. I made Minecraft smaller. Nah, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. Wait, huh? What are you saying? 16 isn't awful, but that's rough when you're recording slash rendering. Yes, when you have to play 2 games at once on one computer, it can be a little taxing. Though this computer is a pretty big beast, so it's like a really good as well. Not to mention, it is a laptop as well, so it's not like a top-notch computer either. Like, one laptop is handling everything you see before you. And yes, Minecraft is a little laggy, but it does this whenever, like, all the time when I'm in other apps. Like, whenever I'm not in Minecraft, the FPS goes crazy. Which that actually might be one of my mods to help the rendering a little bit better, so it might be useful to have it that way. I don't think it's actually going to decrease my iron farm rates. I hope it wouldn't. It's only the FPS, not the actual TPS. Ticks per second should stay the same, just the rate we're experiencing them would be slightly different. Alright. That's everybody. Let's go ahead and you can upgrade to 1 level, and then we can get this. So, yep. But if I had 32, I think it would be a lot nicer. Another thing I keep running into, which I don't know if RAM would help this, is like I can't, sometimes when I'm watching a YouTube video at the same time, I always have a live stream up in the background. Sometimes the YouTube video and live streams both freeze at the same time, like they can't function being on at the same time. It's really annoying. And so I'm thinking if I upgrade my RAM, I'll have more of that available. But I'm not sure if that is that. That sounds more like a bandwidth issue than a hardware issue. Okay, well, I don't know how to fix it, but I'd like to somehow where I can have a stream and watch a YouTube video at the same time. Peacefully. So I'm not really a techie kind of a guy. Despite me being in a field that's around technology, I still don't understand it very well. You can turn the resolution down on at least one of them. That normally helps a lot, and normally I do the stream if I'm watching YouTube videos. But a lot of times it'll do it on its own, because it'll realize that that's what it needs. Yeah, Moab glue is going to help a lot. And yeah, if reducing the resolution helps, it's probably your bandwidth, not your computer. Alright. Well, I still want RAM for this. I think I still want to upgrade my RAM. Just because more. It's probably better. I don't know. I want to try to get this, like, super upgraded before I buy my mega computer, because I want to save up a lot of money for that. Right now, I'm estimating $10,000 for, like, a really good computer setup and everything. And the 10,000 is mainly exclusive to the computer itself. That's excluding, I mean, yes, the monitoring computer, but like second monitors, those kinds of things are excluded in that setup. It's just like the computer, the single monitor, and that. Yeah, but I want to add, I want to have a beast. Basically, like my litmus test for my computer is going to be, can I play all the mods with shaders and still be running 120 FPS? That is my litmus test. Just because my PC is currently hosting 4 servers at once and it costs about $2,500 before the graphics card. Yeah, that's why I'm estimating $10,000 for it. I'm going to spend more on a computer and all my setup and probably than like a whole entire car. But hey, I'm at ease with a decision like that. That's jungle drums. Get all of those, because that freaking boosts these guys. See, I can't use these guys, which is kind of annoying, because this guy I love using, and I can't. This guy, I'm trying to get this, and now I can't get XP in this one, so a little bit on the annoying side, but that's okay. What else do I want to add here? What else do I need to add? Do I need more? We could probably start banana farming at this point. Once we get this set up, we're probably good to, like, banana farm. I know we don't need banana farms in this round. I'm just kind of checking things out. So I'm assuming, yeah, I could get an entire row. Probably up here and down here. An entire row of banana farms. The question is, how many can I fit? Okay, not a lot. And I obviously can't fit one there. Can I fit one right here? Yes. Okay, that's good. I can fit one right there. And that I wasn't worried about that. Yeah, this banana farm can see camos. Oh, cool. I won. Wasn't even paying attention. I'm just saying you'll struggle to spend that much on the box itself. Yeah. Well, I'm going to save up that much. Not necessarily saying I'm going to try to, like, spend it all on the computer, but I want to try to get as top-notch stuff as I can get. And then, with whatever's left over, then buy the monitors and everything like that as well. It's just like the starting price, because I don't want to run into the issue where I don't have enough money to buy the graphics card that I'm looking for. This is actually going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult because I don't have my water monkeys, which is what I always use in military. I have an idea. I think I know what I want to do. Technically, I do have, like, the pool, but I've never used those before, so I don't intend to use them now. No, mi amigo. En Krista Corsi. Got alert so you can get stuff done? That is totally fine. Thanks for talking. I don't know how many more rounds I want to do of this. I don't know if I could get this whole map done in the amount of time. I mean, the bigger this number, the longer it takes to get through an entire round. We're going to go signal flare. Because the thing I'm trying to do is I would really like to get rid of the camo problem for my other monkeys. Maim Moab. Probably the one we want to go with. And then Elite Defender. Might not be a bad idea. Leave that on signal flare. We're gonna snipe a monkey. Can I put on the hedge? Also, this thing moves. I cannot. We'll put him back here. I'm just kidding. We'll put him right there. Alright, we're gonna go up top one first, then we'll do one to the bottom. Now it's time to save. Gotta get the money. I think I might do a little bit longer of this, and then I'm probably gonna want to play Minecraft after that. 900 is still a lot of iron. Theoretically, that was what we'd be getting by AFKing half the time, which should be enough for what I need. I'm not too worried about it. Now, as I said, I know what I want to do next. We still have the wheat farm to finish off and the secondary wheat farm to build, and then the silo and secondary house to build. I mean, the whole basement as well as somewhere else. my gear is kind of something I want to get done. Might be worth trying to build a mob farm. The mob farm that I have in my single player world is really good, so it might be worth getting that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So now we're gonna go down the bottom half. Alright, so hopefully we could get the Moab down. Oof. Okay. Whew. I was actually kind of worried about that. Military only is surprisingly more difficult than you think, because my main guy is the monkey pirates. He's my main Moab taker. So without water, it gets kind of difficult to do this. Alright. It's all about speed, buckaroo. We'll also pop the Coke open when we get back to Minecraft, so don't worry. You'll hear the crispness of the Coke opening. We're obviously gonna get to that. I feel like I should get a bit sound for a Coke opening, just for that. Now that's power. Yeah, let's do shattering shells. If we could save up for it, let's do shattering shells. But the mortar monkeys are kind of an interesting group of monkeys to use. Also, might I say how uniquely clever this game is in its like marketing? Like, who thought of this? Like, all right, guys. Let's have a tower defense game where we have monkeys popping balloons with darts. And then it turned into this. Like, that's really all that it was let's have monkeys pop balloons with that. But let's not call them balloons. Let's just call them balloons. And so it's a balloons tower defense. And then you have all of this, and this is what came from it. It's just like, it's amazing. Okay, if this wasn't as bad as I thought, but like this is not a usual setup for me to get all of this done. That's crazy. Cool. All right, so yes, this is actually very useful because we get the instant monkeys. Which means we're 99% of the way there. I believe all I have left are just a couple more. So we could we could do Apocalypse. That's interesting. Reverse is literally just the same as standard, but backwards, which is the same because the easy maps are typically the same forward and backwards. It's meant to be a lot of stuff. We can do Apocalypse. But I think I want to move on to Minecraft. So we're gonna go to blank real quick, mute the desktop, and we'll quit. I know I'm a quitter. Okay. Wait. I need to turn on. Hold. Swapping things over. We need like a transition slide. There we go. Hello. We're good. Okay. Okay, that's slightly disappointing. Slightly disappointing. That was not nearly as much as iron as I wanted. Just saying. And that was about 40 minutes of AFK. Well, actually, it was more like 30 minutes. Is this 900 stacks? 900 pieces of iron? I feel like 900 is a lot bigger of a number. But hey. That's fine. So don't forget, so I do want to put like 2 stacks in there just because it's on the top. Stone, you can go in here. Alright, so I need to open a Coke first. So I need Depth Strider to be added on and Protection. Protection will be 11, Depth Strider will be 13. I do not have that kind of XP currently. But before we do any of that, you know what time it is. It's time to crack open a Coke. And I wasn't even trying to be on 888. Alright, I'll be right back with a Coke. Alright. We're gonna hit that on. There we go. Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Ooh. I got some Coke on my computer. Oh well. That's fine. Desktop, back on. Please, thank you. Welcome in, Mateus. How you doing? How you doing? I am doing well. Thanks for asking. I just finished about 30 minutes of AFKing at my iron farm, the good one, and that's all I have to show for it. I'm a little disappointed myself, but that's okay. You missed the AFK stream portion, but that's okay. We'll do way more of those in the future. We will probably do, if this is it. Plus 2 extra stacks, actually. I put 2 stacks in my barrel for iron, so I can use them for my personal stuff. I mean, technically, this is, I feel like, decent. This is only 30 minutes. But yeah. But don't forget, technically, we also have this iron farm that was working in the background. Yeah, that's decent. Gave us a little bit extra. Couple of new J's. Perfect. Okay, thank you. It is time for XP. And I need a sword, actually. I need sword enchants if I don't already have them. I don't even remember if I have villagers. In captivity, I do. Perfection. Okay, guys, let's, okay, so that's protection on our boots right there. All that good old XP. Of course, that's not all. Let's see, you have, I gotta remember who I have. Your respiration, your protection, your aqua infinity, your smite. So we finally got smite for our sword, but we have looting. I would assume we already bought the looting book. I believe we need sweeping edge. And I think that might be the last book that I need. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Oh, I need emeralds if I'm gonna do this. Okay. Gotta collect all this XP. I don't really care that much about the emeralds. I just want the XP at this point. Because the emeralds aren't really an issue. It's that experience. I have every other book I could possibly need right now. I just need these. I just need Sweeping Edge. Silk Touch for 6. That's actually really good, but not taking it. Bro, I always think how useful it would be to have a third arm sometimes. Because, like, anytime I want to take a sip of my Coke, I have to stop what I'm doing to take my hand off. Because my left hand is in control of all of my movement. My right hand, like, you know, back, forth, like, all that is that. My mouse is my right hand, right? So, like, if I had a third arm just for drinking Coke, that'd be great. Time to get, like, some mutant gene or something like that. Like. But, then again, it is Coke. So, still pretty good. So I spent 2 Minecraft days AFK, technically, because it was 109 before I went AFK, and now it's 111. I see no iron golems were on the top of the world, so that means none spawned in where they weren't supposed to. Sorry. I just want Sweeping Edge. And then, of course, I do need Swift Sneak and Soul Speed. But those are kind of a later addition. Like, Soul Speed I have to get from a Bastion or from trading with Piglins. And then, of course, the other ones, Swift Sneak requires me taking over, Ancient City. So, Wool Farm might be coming in the future. Though, I think I would much rather build a mob farm than a wool farm. I already built it without wings, so I'm not too worried about that. Then again, I could technically defeat the dragon in what I have now and win, because I'm not too worried about that. Riptide. You keep getting the number 3 right. I just need to be Sweeping Edge. Loyalty. Bro. Come on, let's talk this out, bro. Let's talk this out. And then I might be able to upgrade one of my villagers to get a name tag. So I can name Charles. I can name the villager that you specified. And I can turn that that back on. The channel point redemption. Ooh. You ever move your neck in a weird way and it kind of like does a little kink in it, and then it's like just that, it's just a little bit, and you feel really weird, and it's like, oh, it's nothing. Hey, I just had one of them moments. Looting. You're so close. You keep giving me like sword stuff. Sword and helmet. What's with you and the swords and the helmets? Come on. Come on. Do I have all my gear? Breastplate. Okay, I need to name my leggings, and then how are my leggings not named? That's important. That takes priority. Above getting protection on my boots and Depth Strider, naming my pantaloons to have my pantaloons of truth are important. Mending for 32. Charles has a better deal on mending than you do, Brady. And I'm not replacing Charles. How I couldn't replace Charles. He's been with us since the beginning. As annoying as he's still been there since the beginning. Whether I wanted him there or not, that's the question. But he was there. Let it be known he was there. Nah, we love Charles. We love Charles here. I always find it fun when you're in a world, like, I think having a, like, companion, and that's in quotation marks. Like, you find a villager or, like, a dog. Probably villagers. Having a villager companion just kind of wander around with, like, in your area, it's just always kind of that little bit of fun. Because you can always just yell at them for things. You'd be like, Charles, don't walk in there. It's just, I feel like it adds a lot more fun to the game sometimes. To just have that random villager companion that doesn't actually do literally anything and isn't really a companion. But they're there. And they'll make sure you know that they're there by being as annoying as possible. But it's great. Sweeping Edge 2 for 15. Do I take it? Or do I wait for Sweeping Edge 3 for a better deal? My roommate's saying 3. And I'd incline to agree with them. Because having 3 would be better than having to combine them. For 15, that's 30 emeralds for one Sweeping Edge book. That's true. But I'm not desperate yet. I'm not quite desperate yet. These guys do know how to stick it out as long as possible to make me desperate for these things, but I'm not desperate yet. Okay, it's nighttime. I gotta sleep. Don't you dare steal my bed, okay? I know you're eyeballing it. Question for you. I don't know if you would know this, but do you know of a mod or resource pack that works similar to Fresh Animations? Because Fresh Animations hasn't been working. Like, it's been glitching out a lot. And so I want a new one because I really like the villagers and stuff, like, moving in a more natural way than the Minecrafty way, in a sense. But the only issue is it, like, doesn't work, and it just makes their eyes white. Like, it just gets rid of their eyes. And that's all that the resource pack does. So it worked in previous versions, but the current version doesn't. So I don't know if there's a mod that does it. But I'm not too familiar, and I don't know how to, like, Google it. Look at that. 13 for 1. That's, like, so much more expensive than your original deal. Like, bro. Dang, yeah. He just raised it by 1. You're making it worse. We're finally getting Sweeping Edge, but we're not getting a good deal. Come on. Piercing for 40? Who uses a crossbow unless you're trying to plea for your life with pillagers? Like, maybe it'll take that. That's a little expensive. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. You want to play that game? You want to play? Okay. Okay. Ooh. Can't abandon Charles. Can't abandon Charles. Charles is our mending guy. As expensive as he may be, he is the mending man. There we go. 36. Technically more expensive, but now I can buy it in one fell swoop instead. So it feels like a better deal. I don't know if I'll be able to enchant my boots on both ends today. But that's okay. I'm gonna assume I already bought a mending book, but there's Sweeping Edge. We're gonna upgrade the things. So the reason I mentioned a wool farm earlier is for netherite mining. However, if I would, as I was saying, I'd much rather have a mob farm so I can get gunpowder and then make TNT, because TNT mining is a lot more efficient, and it's always better to put it on a chunk edge because you get more likelihood of netherite being in either chunk. Don't move my lattices. Anyways, where do I have? Are these my looting? Yeah, looting and smite 5. All right there. This is the fortune book. We don't actually have the mending book. What is this? This is my Aqua Infinity book. Okay, protection. Yeah, that's going to be 21, so we need a lot more for that. We need to name... No. The Pantaloons of Truth. The Pantaloons of Truth are now with us. There we go. So all I need now is Depth Strider on the boots, which as you saw is quite the expensive mark. I need Unbreaking 3. Do I have all the books I need? I need Unbreaking 3. And Mending. So I can upgrade the sword from scratch. But I need 21 bits of XP. Ooh. Ooh. You know what's funny is I'm gonna have to make a mini pumpkin farm to supply the big, more fancy looking pumpkin farm. But it's gonna be okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm low on these. So I'm gonna buy like 2 of those and get myself some books. Because I need 1 mending, 1 unbreaking. Which first of all, I need to find my unbreaking guy. There you are. Unbreaking. I need signs above all these idiots' heads to give me, so I know what they trade. Charles, look at this guy. He's a menace. Just breaking my crops. Anyways, I need a mending book from you, please. I'll buy 2 to upgrade you because you're right there. And, that's actually not bad. It's not a conventional way of getting emeralds, but it'll work. I prefer getting cartographers and then getting them down. So 2 mending books, that's for our sword. And that's 11. I don't think we'll quite make it. We don't have quite the iron for that either, so that's a little bit rough. But we now have enough for the sword. However, as I just mentioned, I would prefer to get the boots done first before I start moving on to getting a sword, because I can use the Axor, which is almost fully upgraded. I do need... Let me go back. I'm going to buy the efficiency books required for the last 2 of my tools. So I need 1 efficiency book, 2 efficiency book. This is fully upgraded. We're not quite yet to the area of a fortune book, but efficiency 5 for 27. Holy, forgot how good of a deal that was. Okay, so 2 efficiency 5 books, that'll help upgrade our tools to the next level. Alrighty. Well, per usual, we're out of iron, so it's time to do wheat farm related things and then build the well that's here and decorate this outside area a little bit. So both of these are efficiency 5, so we'll put them right next to each other. These are all mending. We'll put the mending up there, like so, right? Because this is ooh. You're unbreaking, you're mending, right? You're unbreaking. Okay, it's hard to tell. I like having these, but sometimes it can get really hard to tell what's going on where, because there's no labeling system. I don't know why I opened that. I knew that was in there. Yes, my Garrets are here. Ooh, I'm getting low on Garrets, actually. So I might need to buy some more. Oh, ooh. Alright, seeds. I don't got none. It's time to get this all done and dusted. So that's kind of exciting, isn't it? We're almost done with this wheat farm here. This thing is almost fully grown in, and yet not quite done yet. So that front little row area was not quite enough for the whole. I feel like that should be probably good. No, it's missing one. Okay. Boom. That is the farm done, actually. I think that is everything. I like the little guy just in the middle of the rocks there. I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's it. Woo! Wheat farm number 1 done. We still have wheat farm number 2 to get done. To actually fill in and get that all done. But I want to build a well. Let's see if I can remember how to build one of these little wells. Not really. Let's grab. I need some of this, and then some of that. That should be good. We'll put that in there as well. Okay. And then I need me some of these. And I think those. But maybe it's these. We'll find out. And then some scaffolding. Oh, and water, obviously. This is a well after all. Of course, water is the most important thing in a well. So if we want to cover this up, I probably want right here. Right, like that. But maybe a little bit over. Like there. And it's actually functional. No, I know that's wrong. Hold on, I gotta sleep. Hold. That's not right, though. Ugh. I think it's as simple as that. And then, if we go back here, let's see what the perspective is, the framing. Yeah, look at that, look at that. So, you have the porch, then this wheat farm, the well, and then the window. And we're going to put some storage kind of things underneath to kind of add to the area a little bit. I think that'll look nice. But of course, this well, I mean, this is all well and good. However, there's more to be done. We gotta now design the outside and area for this thing because it's not quite finished. First off, I want to make this area a little more stone-like, but alright, okay. Gonna add some cool stuff to this area. Another thing, we're gonna use some of this rooted dirt that we got here. Some of the coarse dirt. We're gonna bring this stuff in to the design of this whole thing. It's gonna be great. So first thing I want to do, I want to tear out everything. Okay, this part doesn't matter. Tear it all out, including up there. Yes, bear with the water. Bear with the water. Bear with the water. I'm just kidding. I lied. Don't bear with the water. Don't bear with the water. Water's annoying. want to get rid of all the grass in the area because we want to get a lot of the dirt. Alright. Whoop. Want to make sure that the dirt doesn't touch. So now this is where all of these come in. A little well. And this, by using regular dirt here, it kind of separates. It kind of separates the area a little bit. Almost making it feel like it's its own kind of thing. Like that. And so this little area is kind of its own little area. We have a little bit of a stone there. I'm going to try to make some mossy cobblestone because I would really like I think it would be really cool to I don't know where that slab went. I think it'd be pretty cool to have one of those stairs be made of moss. Only one. I think I am gonna add a couple more of this around. Just because I want to spread it out a little bit. It's a little too dispersed. This one right here. There you go. I think that looks a little bit better. We're going to obviously put, like, chests and barrels in the front here. Kind of a little storage. I really do want to use, like, beehives and those in this as well. Issue is those are a little bit expensive. Not the cherry logs. The acacia, please. Thank you. A little bit expensive. No, I don't want a whole lot. Some hay bales in there as well, because like this is a small storage. So like you know, a little bit of storage on the wall. I need one more trapdoor. I just had an idea. I just had an idea. We're gonna grab some oak trapdoors. I have no spruce. I didn't collect spruce. That's fine. A little shutter right there. Actually, what's a cool design is doing that. Like it's been completely opened. The idea that I just had was placing this field we'll leave alone, but in this one we'll have the rocks, but I also, what if I placed a couple hay bales in the middle of it, as if it was just recently, like, it was baled up. You know what I mean? Like, it was just put into hay bales to get moved into the storage area, but they, you know, they haven't finished, so it's still left on the field. And probably even leaving a couple patches, like, of empty where the hay bales are, so, like, that is the hay that was used. So, like, theoretically, every 9 blocks, so every hay bale that we place is 9 blocks that we have to not use for hay in order to get the effect that, okay, we just rolled that into a pile of hay and hay bales that'll be moved eventually. So, like, that one's currently being worked on while the other one hasn't been touched yet. Kind of do something like that. I do want to wait, because I do want stuff back. Oh, I have dark oak planted. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, like doing little things like that to kind of tell the story of the build helps bring the build to life a little bit. And that's something I get from Scar, of like making sure you have your story. I mean, that's honestly any builder will tell, like, the story is like, you want to make sure you have that story there to tell what's happening to your world. And, like, having things move, like minecarts in the background, help really animate kind of what you have going on, rather than just kind of building and leaving it there. But here, we'll be able to see that, that frame I was talking about when you walk in. So, like, you'll have the pathway, which will come right here, right? So this is your frame that you get, is the well right there. And not quite blocking that, though that chest might be right on the edge. So I think I actually want to remove it. Actually, that's kind of funky. I kind of like that. It just looks wrong. But it's kind of funny, like, you know, they put the storage, they put a couple hay bales over there, then they built the storage, and they haven't moved the hay bales because the storage is kind of resting on it. Which explains why they're out there and not inside and where they're supposed to be. So I guess, oh, whoa, what are you doing in there? You go in there. Okay. Well, I ended up getting the spruce that I needed. The spruce trapdoor. Which that wasn't even where I wanted it, but, like, let's look at the frame. Let's see what this is looking like. I need to kind of expand this to the side of this. But, like, you come in, right? And so from up here, this is your frame, right? So, like, you have the wide open shot of that, but it's blocked, so it keeps your eyes to this side. You have the well, but you can see through the well, so you can see the chests and everything, but not quite everything that's going on down there. So now you're kind of inquisitive of, oh, what's happening over here? You have big wheat field, then you have the secondary wheat field as you walk through. You can still see this, and then this starts to come into play once you're in there. You have all of that. Then you have little things like that to keep your eyes down. And then, of course, now you have the actual locale of the well, the wheat farm that's here, and then all this, which will never really be used. of course. And then up to here. Kind of adds a little bit more of a storyline, which I kind of like. Yes. Okay. Do I have anything in these? Oh, I do. I was not expecting to have something in there. Let's go back to villager egg. Let's go check iron farms, and so I really want to get that sword. I want to get my armor done and get the sword done. And then I don't know what I'm going to do next. That mob farm might be Tuesday's stream, is building that. Though I have to figure out where I want to place it, though I'm probably going to place it over that way, since that seems to be the general area of all of that. Yeah, this iron farm produces quite a lot. Like, if you're doing stuff, it's like when we get into some of the bigger builds, we no longer need them, the villagers, and trading all of this away. We'll be pretty set with iron and anything that requires iron to build, like hoppers and all of that. The next thing is, of course, a tree farm. There is a tree farm that I do know how to build. Now, the other nice thing about having the Switch and being able to play like Breath of the Wild is that I don't need my mouse for that. So any of the any like controls I don't need to use in order to use the thing. I'm completely like blanking on what I'm trying to say, and I'm like forgetting what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. And now I can't remember. Anyways, it'll come back to me maybe. Okay, so I actually do want some of those. That kind of seems useful to me. Give me that XP. Yes, we'll need more XP, of course. But there we go. We have enough to upgrade our boots to the fullest. Frostwalker 1 for 8. That's actually not bad, seeing as Frostwalker 2 is always like 40 to 50 emeralds. So, oh, come on, come on. No, you're not gonna. You're not gonna either. Okay. Yeah. So cartographers. So you can buy glass for 1 emerald to these guys. If we get cartographers, we can then transform the glass into glass panes and then trade those to the cartographers and get lots of emeralds and XP from that. That's something to look forward to. So the next thing I should try doing, in that case, is getting a zombie set up so that way I can convert villagers. But that also means that I'm going to need spider eyes and mushrooms as well. Now, when it comes to the portal, I kind of want to build something for the portal first, but I don't exactly have an idea of what. It's like one cool thing that I can do here is actually maybe on that one. Let's do a little bit of that action. Like in here. Oh, good. I can place that there. Even though, technically speaking, it is hanging on absolutely nothing. That's okay, because you can barely see it. And that'll help there. Like for these guys, I don't really want that. Oh, I can't place it there. But I can place it there. So like placing 3 of these over here. That'll help light that area up. I don't really want to have like this light right here. I don't really want to have that. So like a light right on the edge there. Helps tie that in. Yes, Felipe. Don't worry, we'll get the name tag soon. And then like the nice thing about having the farms right next to each other is that we can actually place the lanterns on the farm itself, around the farm. And like, yeah, technically this one's not as necessary, but like here I don't really want mobs to spawn where I have me going around, so do a little bit of that action. That'll be good. That'll be good. I do, like, we'll obviously have stuff, so the farms will actually act as light sources, because there'll be lanterns all around the farms, and then we'll have, you know, the building that'll go here. Should I... Okay, I answered my own question. I was debating whether or not I wanted the house to go next to the farm, or did I want the silo, but I want the silo to go here, the house to go right next to it. And essentially, both the silo and the house will fit in this spot right here, and it still won't be bigger than the length of this farm, is kind of what I want. So we'll do a silo here, it'll go up, we'll have that kind of filled, and then, well, now that we can have iron, we can use iron bars around the ladder, because it's typically a barred-in ladder to get up. Glass. Where do I put glass? Down here. But of course, it is now time to put Depth Strider onto our boots. There we go. So all we need is, of course, whatever it is we need. It's Soul Speed to ultimately upgrade this, and then we need Swift Sneak for these. But that's our armor completely upgraded. Our tools almost completely upgraded. These are both the efficiency 5s. Let's go. So like efficiency 5 on this, that's 12. And that's 8. It's not impossible numbers to get to. And then of course the sword is the other thing that I need to upgrade. Because I do want a sword, and then getting a bow is also very important for that. But we will need... It might be important to start looking into getting a mob grinder set up, where we can actually get XP. Yes. Yes, that could be useful. Alright, sorry. Alright. I'm gonna start putting in the water. Think that'll be enough? Nah, I hope so. I don't exactly have that much iron in my name. Nice thing about the well now, we actually have somewhere to grab water from. And of course, we have all the wheat, so filling this wheat farm up should not take nearly as long. Let's go ahead and start at the top. This is where things get really weird really fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have jurisdiction to be here yet, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we gotta sleep. Tilling this all out, then we gotta... I might actually... Maybe instead of rocks, we'll do... Whoops, I don't know, I'm going upstairs. I need to go to bed. Instead of rocks, maybe we'll just do the hay bales. To kind of get that in there. I'm not sure yet which one I'd rather want. Because I like the rocks. But rocks and hay bales, this one's very thin. So it's going to be a lot more difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a lot more difficult to figure out exactly how to get that. Dang it. I know, right after I just put all these torches here. Okay. We'll probably have these little wells all over the place. Because, like, this is a farm town. There's going to be so much to farm. We'll see. One, two, three, four. Oh, perfect. Forgot how... I don't know how water hydrating to rain downwards works. I know it doesn't work upwards, but it works downwards. Which I guess makes sense, because water goes down. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, put all those in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro waltzes in, leaves door open. It's kind of annoying. It's just right there. Okay, we'll have to put one in there, just so we can get that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess that gets that, so it's not terrible. But it works, it works. And we can hide the next one under here, which just gets this. Now we need to refill. I need more buckets, man. Oh, no. Okay, good. And you can't really hear them in the background, so that's good. And that'll get the rest of this upward section. I love that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of makes things weird, don't it? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think this can actually hit this all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that this water hits it all. Ooh, it's very nice indeed. This one goes 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That fits all of that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh! Look at how perfectly placed that was to get all this. Okay. Just a couple more, and then that'll be everything in there, and then it'll be a lot of thinking to figure out exactly what to do. Now with this one, we can't really get the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, perfect. That gets all of those right. 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones don't get got, unfortunately. This goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it just like right in the edge, bruh? We'll just do that. I lied. I don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to do that. Because it's better. Looks nicer to have them underneath there. That one has to be there because it has to get this edge. Okay, cool. So, This is the length of it. So as I said, really long. So it's actually not nearly as big as I thought it was. It probably could have gone a little bit bigger on that side, but that's, I think it's fine like this. Like, this is, you know, natural. I like the size of this wheat farm. I think that came out really nicely. This will still be nice. But we got to now figure out how we're going to do that. Because we can't have, like... Alright, hold on. Give me a second. I got to close my door because somebody opened it and then walked out. Anyway, sorry about that. What was I just thinking about? Oh, yeah, hay bales. So if we want to do hay bale and then get rid of 9 bits of hay per hay bale as if it got rolled into that, I want to do that maybe 3-4 times, but I don't want this whole field to be parched, though that might not look bad. Okay, so we're not going to do rocks. We might do rocks later, but I'm going to just put hay bales in real quick. I might do, actually, small rocks might do the trick. I'm going to leave that on me in case I break and need to do stuff again. Okay. So, I need that. Cool. Okay, so now we have hay bales. So I actually like the idea of small rocks. I think that'll work nicely. Cool. Okay. We do like tiny, tiny little rocks. Because it's a smaller farm, so that, you know, maybe that's why it's smaller, because they weren't able to actually get... They weren't actually able to get everything. So don't forget... I have a little bit of a bigger one here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Do a little bit of that action. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, and then of course we have the one that's annoyingly right on the edge. Should literally just do that. That works. Okay, cool. So I didn't actually end up using that. So, like... So do like that. I will change that out. That. Just because it looks a little bit nicer. But like this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 sets of 9. So like theoretically this patch here got rolled into that. If we do one, let's do one towards the top. Maybe a little bit of a smaller one towards the top. A little bit of that action, a little bit of that action. And I'm gonna sleep on top of it. Cool. Oof. No! That's why I brought that. Do another, like, small one. And I mean, like, so that's just a twofer. Then I think I kind of want to do, like, a big one at the end here, like, four guy. So, like, all the top got rolled into that. But, like, having a couple of those. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. Don't you dare. Don't. Stop it. Good, he didn't break anything. How'd I pick that up through the wall? Okay. Alright, so now the hard part. I have to plant the field, but I have to intentionally not plant certain areas that would have been rolled into a hay bale. That adds a little bit of a challenge, doesn't it? Once again, I'll keep that on me while I'm working in the field, just in case. So, let me see. It's going to be really hard to figure out. I only had 3. It's going to be really hard to try to figure out which ones to take from, which ones not to. Man, having a massive wheat field's really nice when you need a lot of wheat. Actually, I need a lot of seeds more than I need the wheat. Alright, well. That should be enough seeds for that entire field, because we're not going to plant it all. So this should do us just fine. As I said, these farms are not meant to be functional. I'm just using them right now because I need to fill them. But ultimately, they're not meant to be a functional farm that I continuously go back to resupply on wheat. I might use it in the future, but I would like to have automatic farms. That'll be, like, underneath, behind the scenes, and these are all just, like, for viewing purposes. That's the goal. Maybe in my labyrinth of rooms, I'll actually have one that leads to, like, an underground farmers area, where I have, like, LA wheat farms, and then carrot farms, and potato farms, all that kind of stuff. Or maybe not LA. I think I said I was going to fill the guy up with, like, all the slots he has in his inventory with wheat, and then have a hopper minecart go underneath of the farm. Actually, I have an idea. I have an idea for a farm, and I want to try to build it. Okay, so here's my idea. What if you had a farm that was a one block wide, with a piece of wheat, villager standing in it, and a dispenser with bone meal. So it bone meals it to full growth, and so the villager keeps trying to and replants it each time, and so he'll get the seeds, but he'll never pick up the wheat, and then you just have a hopper minecart underneath it that'll pick up. Actually, you don't need a hopper minecart because the tilled ground is in. So you could actually have a sorter right underneath that only sorts out the stuff. Okay, so like for this, okay, I want like a little bit of the front. I think it's gonna be easiest to just plant the whole thing and then take out where I don't need them than trying to plant around the hay bales. That'll be the easiest way to do this, because like I'm trying to think of how to do this effectively. This will be the easiest, because then we can go through and be like, okay, we don't need these hay bales, we don't need these bits of wheat growing, we only need these bits. And of course, like we can do that, like once we get to the back, we can start taking out wheat for that hay bale. Alright. So, like, 4 is 45. So we need 45 blocks not planted of wheat for that one area. So, like, for this, we need... Okay, let's do the 45 first. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. It's like that. And that seems really big, and I don't know if that's going to look good. But we'll have to wait until it all grows up to see how it looks amidst the whole field. In my mind, it looks good. So we'll have to wait until time tells. And this is 9 times 3 is 27. Wait. No, 4 times 9 is not 45. It's 36, isn't it? Hold on, I'm blanking. I actually don't need a calculator. You can do the finger trick. 1, 2, 3. So 3 is 27. Yeah, 4 is 36. So now I need to do a little bit of quick maths and do 36 minus 45. So I need to plant 9, obviously, duh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plant 9 more. So it's actually accurate. So we need 27 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And I do want to leave, like, a pathway for these. So I want to make it look like it, like, not sporadically taking out that much, but, like, behind it. You know, like, assuming it was rolled this way. So this is going to need 18. 18 blocks removed. Well, we'll see. You don't know. I don't even know if this is going to look good. Like, this one, this is also 4. That one's also 4. So that means we need 36. And so, most of it's actually going to be up here. Like, I'm thinking all of this will actually be planted. So I'll plant all of this in for the most part. Because, like, you're not going to push it around and about. You're probably going to push it, and it's going to, like, have fallen into this area. Which is why it's kind of, like, laid against the back. So this one needs 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then this one's 36 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It's like right here, you kind of see the pathway. Like it was rolled through here, and then it kind of dumped to the edge. And like this one was rolled to there, this one was rolled to here, that one was rolled to there. Well, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for this whole thing to grow up. I think I'm gonna move that one. Okay. We'll have to wait for those to grow up. But I'm very excited to see what that's gonna look like, fully grown. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. It's gonna look intentional. Like obviously I want the idea that it was moved, it was rolled into those positions. Like, you know, like it's not that I forgot to plant it, but like, yeah. Like you can kind of already see it. Oh yeah, that's gonna look awesome. Okay, cool. Just realized I still haven't textured the outside of this thing at all. So I still gotta do that. Having everything planted is not that big of a deal. So I need moss. We'll do mossy first. Let's do the moss first. We're gonna go around and mossify the surrounding bits that are top water. We're gonna make that moss. And then we're gonna go around again, put some andesite in, and then we're gonna go around again, put some stone in, and kind of get that all done. Get that designed very nicely indeed. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm honestly mostly looking forward to the hay to grow, so you could see the hay bales. Like, it'll make sense that it'll actually be grown out. But I just want to sleep. I don't want to work in the night. Come on. Come on. Come on. Anyways. So we have 2 diamond hoes in here as well that we need to upgrade. So that's something to think about in the future. So that way we don't have to use iron hoes all the time. I want to upgrade my hoe, okay? So let's go decorate this wall. And let's try to find... oh, there's actually no water in the back here. Okay, where's the first thing of water? The heck, bruh? Where's water? Water, right here. This stair block. This stair block, right here. Put water right there. Grab that. No, 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 no. I want to replace, man. I want to replace. Get, like, a little bit of that action. I know used waters. I know used be the waters. So do a little bit of this action. I'll fill that in with water later. I'm actually looking right at it. Whew. Okay. That is all the water in the sides, so that's that part done. Now we could just transform the rest of it to make it look nice without actually having to think about it too much. Let's throw all that back in there. Let's go ahead and throw those in there. And that back in there. Let's grab a bucket so we can get that one bit waterlogged. And we're going to need andesite that, some of stone that, some of that, and some of that. Okay. Can't remember what was there. Why do I keep choosing the places where I can't put one of those? Oof. There we go. All textured. Now it looks very nice. Welcome in, Spectra. How are you doing? Are you dual streaming? I am dual streaming. Look at the first little wheat. Oh, yeah. It's gonna look good. Alright, let's check our iron supply so we can do more villager trading. Get that set in stone a little bit. As I said, we need the sword to be ready. Hold on. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna put a stair block right there. Alright. Let's go ahead and place this right there. Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's get iron and let's start getting trading. We'll go get that done. We're almost about to hit the 2-hour mark, so that's pretty cool. Getting a lot more done today than I thought I would be doing. I think it's because I did the AFK stream, so I'm doing like a normal amount of stuff I do around this time. Very nice, very nice. Cool. Alright, and then we need iron from the other iron farm. So we'll get that, and then we'll go trade crazy. And we'll try to upgrade one of the villagers. Mainly, I'm looking for XP. I already got all the books I needed. I just need XP to actually apply them to the sword. We get the Doug Scalibur. Last thing. So swords are normally the thing I do last. Okay. Swords are the thing I normally do last. Because I have the axe and this has sharpness on it as well. Not to mention, I have to get efficiency 5 on both of these. It's 8 for this, 12 for this. So, that's also something to consider. But the sword is also something I would like. I would like to at least get up to mending with it. And like mending and breaking and smite are ultimately what I want to get to. Name tag time. Let's go. Okay. So we got to name 2 villagers, actually. And then I need to name my horse. I forgot what the name for the donkey was supposed to be. Unfortunately. Which, realizing now that I actually, I do not have enough time, because I need to sleep to reset their trades. Yeah. The framing is going to be slightly different when we start riding Felipe. I'm realizing I could actually be riding Felipe back and forth. But 3 name tags. There's 3 guys you have to name. I gotta go to my Twitch stuff because Mateus wanted a armored villager named after him. So we're gonna get... Yeah, I like Charles better the way. Charles. Then we got... Right? That's how you spell it? Mateus. No! I'm not rich enough for that to happen. Oh, my craft table's up here. Oh, never mind. I am rich enough for that to happen. False alarm. And then, well, that's Charles. I don't... And then we want... Oops. Not symbols. I think I'm spelling this right. Or is it double I? Felipe. I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. I don't want to do it wrong. Hold on. Okay, I was right the first time. So there is Felipe. There's also this, but I kind of like that. So we're gonna once again pull this back up, put the I in there correctly. Felipe. I don't know. I kind of like the double I though. Felipe. 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 That looks weird. Felipe. That's it. So it was with an F. That's why it looked wrong. Oh, it's nighttime now. Charles, don't die. I need you to stay alive. Alrighty. Hey. So Felipe. There you are. And then we have Charles Mateus. Mateus wanted the armorer villager. It needs to be named Mateus. I can do that. I can totes do that. So let's go ahead and name Charles and Mateus. Oh, Charles. There he is. Charles. Chilling as he always does. Mateus. The armorer. You are the armorer. You are now Mateus. There we go. I can now finally turn the channel point redemption on for naming villagers because I actually have name tags. Charles. Boom. Hi, Charles. You finally get a name. How do you feel having a name? Alright. Let's see. They'll wait a little while still before I can start buying things up the wazoo, because, you know, I love doing that. I need you to go there. You're fully upgraded, so that's kind of nice. Look at this. We can almost trade this and actually almost make a profit. Isn't that crazy? Though you could, I did see that you could do a chicken farm and get feathers and then trade the feathers to Fletchers. That is something I could think about. I need the XP. Thanks, Chief Keeflins. Oh, I thought for a second there. They might unlock at 10. But I'm going to head back, and we're going to start upgrading the sword. Just because, like, right now, this already insta-mines, and this will never insta-mine with Efficiency 5. Like wood, it won't. I'm not, and I think it already insta-mines mushrooms. I don't think there's any other block that it would insta-mine. I like the front of the house. I think that looks really nice. I need to do something back here, because, like, that's really bad. That just looks bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright. Sword time. Okay, grab that. Okay. So, mending. The Doug Scalibur. Breaking. Sweeping edge is 9. Looting is 9. And smite is 9. I will put smite there. Now we have the Doug Scalibur. Looting is 13. That's 13. Okay, they're both 13. So we'll need to get the XP for that. And this is also a mending book, in case we ever need another one of those. We almost have everything here done and dusted. As I said, the only other thing I could think of that I would need is a bow. And then I'd like to get this netherite up. However, the netherite, I could beat the dragon in iron if I wanted to. But I'd rather play it safer, even though this isn't hardcore. Dying is still an inconvenience, and I'd like to try to survive for as long as possible without dying. I still think it's a feat, even if it's done in normal survival. It just means the stakes aren't as high. And since I'm a quite reckless player, and the reason I'm not doing a hardcore again is because I don't enjoy hardcore very much. I don't like the fact that you die and lose everything and then, you don't get back to it, because I like the joy of building. And I don't like being super cautious, like I just don't enjoy that kind of play style. I prefer being slightly more reckless and everything. It's a little bit more enjoyable. And really, by reckless, it's mainly like with Elytra, I smack into everything. Though, I've never died to kinetic. I've never slammed into a wall and died to kinetic energy. I lost my hardcore world because it came in too hot from the ground. I thought I spun enough to alleviate some of that energy, but it was not quite enough. So, unfortunately, that's how I died. But, yeah. It is verse time. It is verse time. I know. I like how there is 14 pages just for one word to be on that page. Okay, so first of all, it is 4/7/24. And we are going to be... the verse of the day is... if the U version will load up. Ooh, I just knew it was going to be Ephesians. I love Ephesians. Ephesians 6:18 ESV, which says, praying at all times in spirit, with all prayer and supplication, to that end. Keep alert with all perseverance, making okay. So, praying at all times in spirit with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints. I'm going to look up what supplication means, because that's kind of a weird word and not a common one. I feel like I know what it means. It obviously has something to do with supplying, just because of the root word. The action of asking or begging for something earnestly and humbling. So, this is telling us, pray. This kind of first part is a part of this verse above it, so we're going to focus on the latter half. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints. So, this is based on prayer. So, when you're praying, pray your heart out, basically. Is pray to God with all your heart and with supplication, that kind of extreme, humbling begging, where you literally have no other choice but to ask God for help, which in reality, your first and only choice is to ask God, and should be to always ask God for help, because we can't really do anything on our own without Him. So, it's very important that we make sure we keep our gaze focused on Him, and so we do that with prayer. And just as a little fun fact, the most common prayer in the Psalms is lamentation. Is that prayer of sadness and almost sometimes agony and anxiety. All of those emotions kind of lamenting life is the most common prayer in Psalms. So you have this like humbly begging, knees on the floor, head to the ground, kind of begging for help is the imagery that we should be doing for our fellow brothers in Christ, for the fellow saints, is we should be begging for whatever it is you need, and that kind of thing where, like, you're basically saying, God, I need you and I can't do this without you, is ultimately what that supplication is implying. which should be true of all areas, because if you try to do it yourself, you're gonna fudge it up, because I've done that. I've fudged up a lot of things because I tried to take control, and that just won't work. But despite all that, God is good. God is faithful, so that's how we know we can trust him with all this, because he is faithful. He is good. He is all-loving. It is wonderful. He is a beautiful and wonderful God, and we are made in his image. It's just amazing. All right, well, that's going to do it for today. So let's go ahead and go to the ending stream. I will eventually get these figured out. Whoa. All right, let's go ahead and see who is currently live today to stream. My options are normally pretty slim, yeah. So we have Shadowstone and Link, who are currently live. I can't raid Link, because he has those turned off, but we can raid Shadowstone, so we will. Alright, let's do, scooching on in with the good news. STK live heart, STK live high, STK live raid. I'm gonna put the one in there that I really like because I think it's hilarious. STK bang, but you need a subscription for that one. Sorry. Alright, we gotta wait for these ads to end before I raid on over. For those of you on YouTube, just bear the ending, I guess. Cool. Oh, it's a Subaru ad. Cool. Actually, I'd probably get a Subaru, if I'm being honest with you. I'd buy a Subaru if I had money. Alright, raid! Alright, and that's gonna do it.